Hello, I'm Mhorgrimm, and welcome back to my Starfield Let's Play. Still following the lives and adventures of Captain John Mhorgrimm. Just returned from a trip to Londonium where we learned the truth about the Terrormorphs. And now we're going to have a small chat with someone. Also learn the truth about Andrea, or Andrasia. So there's that to deal with as well. First though, I have to offload quite a bit of gear, because as usual, I am way over encumbered. No, we're going to keep that one because it's, well, helps my carry weight. It's a biggie. Quite a few grenades. Let's get rid of some. Nope. Got rid of the good old Maelstrom. Inventory. Have cola. Have a chicken. And I'm just going to turn down the music. That battle music got kind of annoying. Yep, I know I'm encumbered. But I have...
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
things to take care of first. So what was I missing? Oh yes, it's a Tranquility. I wonder if she sells anything here at the viewpoint.
Never a dull day in the...
Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
Oh yeah, I still have to recover your gear.
Sure thing. What can I get you?
Nope.
See you around.
No Tranquility.
There's a bit more. I know we're safe now, but I'm still a little jittery. Oh, please, take a look.
Everyone's talking about that. Do you have any diodes? No. Just look and see if there's any outfits. Nothing seems interesting. Well. Get rid of that minigun. That'll free up some space. Yeah, I think that's good for now.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
It's amazing what passes as art nowadays.
Uh-huh. Before we have our little chat, I'm just going to go tell our dealer in the well that, hey, took care of your boots issue. make them happy. And then I can head off.
All this stuff. Happy to make a deal. You need stuff, I need credits. It all works out.
I delivered your
Yes,
boots.
you did. You know how I know? The rain cloud over your head is all but gone. Here, for your hard work. With a lady luck back on my side, I expect the business to be less bust and more boom. And let us never speak of those accursed boots ever again.
Okay.
Personally, I think daylight's overrated. I get by just fine. Absolutely.
Now you have resources. Diodes. Lets me make my own bullets. Sounds good.
Hey, take it easy.
You too. Thank you for your business.
Keep it moving.
And of course I'm over encumbered. And okay, she said this guy's cranky.
Just the other day. I'm not gonna end up like these lifeless
Some of the
and
shit
well
from the
rats.
free stuff
No way.
systems might actually
Not
kill
me.
you. You drink enough of it. But you know, it's cheap, so silver linings and all that. You buying? You want a beer? Fine. You want a buddy to talk to, or a therapy session, or whatever? Walk right back out that door.
I'll take a drink.
All right.
Now, no tranquility. Because I wanted a Jake
Well,
Stout
bye.
for our good friend who works at Demios.
Earl, I have 3 projects that are backburnered right now because no one has time to help me. 3!
Well, sorry, but it's not going to be me.
The Settled Systems News Network. News you can trust.
Hey, Donna.
I'm so excited to see Tony after work. Another day, another credit.
You look a bit tired again. You doing okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired. Like I said before, I love my job, but it can be a lot of hard, tiring work. My last Terracino's worn off, I guess.
I can get you another one if you'd like.
Really? That's so sweet. I really appreciate it.
So, Terrabrew cappuccino. And how's it going in general?
Sometimes I wonder if me and my boyfriend spend too much money on Terrabrew. But
You're not
somebody's
spending
gotta
it,
drink
I
it,
am.
right?
Okay. Well, I gotta get her a
Take care
terracino.
of yourself.
Or cappuccino. Take care of that when I go to the commercial district after this meeting.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here. Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Yeah, I got you the first time. I'm not gonna sit down for you, buddy.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what what you were looking for?
I don't know. Is there anything you want to tell me about your time in Londinium?
I haven't been to Londinium in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for?
Don't play dumb. We know we're behind the attacks at New Atlantis and Tau Ceti.
Now, what in the heavens would make you claim something as ludicrous as that?
We recovered the recording about invisible weapons you were talking about.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
So you really don't know anything about the attacks. That's what you're claiming.
Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to do what you're describing? So I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now, would we?
I've got no plans to tell anyone. I just want to know the truth.
You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terrormorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinium. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
To work on something that long, this seems personal.
You couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinium spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terrormorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
You didn't even trust your own people in the UC?
These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of Terrormorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinium at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time.
The information should have been handed over, secured to keep it from ever being used.
It's easy to judge now. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
And how could you coordinate all this from here?
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you were actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective.
And why the hell do you care if the UC wants you as an advisor?
Why would I want to be in the good graces of the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure.
Ah, so I'm just your cleanup crew. You must think you're very clever.
Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
If you're waiting for me to say thank you, we're going to be here a while.
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terrormorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
I hope you enjoyed this talk, because once I tell Cabinet, it'll be your last.
That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate.
Oh, you aren't?
Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
Nope. Oh, I'm gonna do the right thing. He could have told Capt at any point after the war where the Terrormorphs came from.
You have my attention. You lead. I will follow.
Instead, he kept that all to himself. War criminal like that needs to be put down. Is she in here? I'd like to talk to her. Because she was manipulated.
Just remember, Captain, the name of the game is discretion.
We need to have a talk.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terrormorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
It was Vivictus. I managed to get him to confess.
That seems unlikely, considering he's been dust for about 20 years.
I'm sure the captain just misspoke. Right?
And if I said I wasn't?
If you said my father was still alive and using terrormorphs as weapons, I might think it's time for a psych eval. So we just misheard you, right?
No, he's alive. The UC's had him this whole time. He orchestrated the attacks from his cell.
No, that's impossible. He's gone. My father is dead.
Don't have to believe me. Doesn't change the facts.
The colony war butcher lives. Unfortunately.
That's about the understatement of the century. A couple of choice four-letter words came to mind for me.
Alive. Vivictus is alive? How did you find him?
Look, it's not important. What is important, we tell Cabinet what we found.
Not important? My father is alive. I need you to tell me right now how you found that information.
Fine, he contacted me. He's the reason we found Kaiser.
Wait. You knew he was alive and didn't tell us?
I couldn't. I was sworn to secrecy, but I felt this too important.
You were sworn to... You swore. You were just doing your duty, weren't you? Yeah, I guess I, of all people, should know what a burden that can be. Doesn't mean I'm not mad, but I guess you letting us know late is preferable to never. Now at least we can inform the cabinet and let them deal with him.
He's asked to leave his involvement out. Consider the lives he's helped save.
I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of people. And I'm not about to let him get away with something like that. But now...
Good.
Now I guess we've got our answer. Nothing left to do but put it all in front of the cabinet. Any last things we needed to discuss? This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terrormorphs.
What kind of risks are there if we decide to bring them back to the Asylees? Because that's where I'm leaning.
Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the terrormorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks.
Well, we can put the word out that the heat leeches are terrormorphs, let the Asylees do their work, and people will do everything they can to hunt down heat leeches. No longer a tolerated pest. And if things get bad, we can always use the microbe. So what do you think Cabinet's going to do when they learn about Vae Victus' involvement in these attacks?
It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the Cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything else he's done, is unforgivable. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might be willing to spare him.
Okay. I don't think so. Let's head in.
Here we go.
What is it? Ah, yes, we are done.
Wait, though. If the president's in there... She had a book on her desk. Book. High definition pictures, detailed floor plans.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
So that gives me a whole bunch of things to go explore on Earth. Alright, now let's go talk to Cabinet. Oh, wait. On my suit.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terrormorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Is that second report from who I think it's from?
This report comes from a particularly confidential source both you and I are familiar with, yes. Among the reasons its findings are so alarming. Now, is it true? Was the attack on New Atlantis planned?
That is correct, ma'am. Deliberate attack.
My God.
An attack? Using terrormorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
The report isn't the whole truth. Orlays helped, but Vae Victus organized it.
It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terrormorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Play the emergency recorder snippet.
It just transformed. A terrormorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough.
Yep.
We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vavictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Good. Good. The world will be better without him in it.
I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the Cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
What sorts of measures it will be taking to protect the plant?
Well, luckily the natural hostility of Londinian makes keeping out trespassers relatively easy. But we'll ensure its growth is contained, that access to the plant is only permitted via highly regulated clearances, and that our troop presence on Londinian is increased.
Oh, I'm sure the troops will love that. But we need to think about the future of humanity. This is an existential threat, these creatures. So, ma'am, I believe the other faction should be involved in securing the plant.
Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
The UC doesn't have exactly the best track record. This would ensure good behavior from both sides.
A show of good faith now would display a willingness to change. It would be seen as a sign that the secrecy and deception is behind you.
Yep.
That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture, showing definitively this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
So, you want us to make nice with the Collective by sharing our state secrets?
No. I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the Collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terrormorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terrormorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Still think the Aseles would be best. Yeah, because we can always use the microbe if it gets worse.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
The first step in a bold new future.
Bolder, better, and brighter. Well, I need to write that one down for later.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colony's Terrormorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam President.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Okay. I believe that calls for a... have a beer. Some ramen. Okay. The reason I selected to go with the Aseles...
Penthouse. One of the finest views in New Atlantis.
Oh, I get my penthouse.
Those officers we lost at the spaceport are getting justice, and that's because of you.
I chose the Aseles instead of the microbes. The microbes would have been faster. The microbes would have led to the extinction.
Congratulations on making Class 1.
You're welcome.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you, Commander. It's an honor.
No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. This should be able to grant you access.
Excellent. It's incredibly
Higher-ups
generous.
wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terrormorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Let's do a Vanguard mission. I've only ever really done the one.
Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. Just getting those coordinates to you now. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Attackers were Ecliptic affiliated, so I'd bust out the big guns. Good hunting, Captain.
I'll try. Did I not get a skill point? So, yeah, the microbe will completely wipe them out. But that's also wiping out an asset in my mind. Because you never know genetically what the heat leeches, the terrormorphs down the road will reveal.
When's the report due anyway?
And bringing back the Asylees, again, helps. Because we don't know what they will mean in the future.
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course. Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion. What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
I'm interested.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
Visit my new home. I will. But yeah, I don't want to wipe out the terrormorphs completely because who knows? It's closing down a potential asset.
Heard the cabinet's assembled some kind of elite anti-terrormorph.
Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Oh, I'm heading to Terra Brew right now to pick up a cappuccino for someone. Go.
Hi there. Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. Certainly. Please take your time.
I would like a cappuccino. And now if I had actually, now that I've solved this deal, let's go have a talk with the news network.
You can't go in. You just can't.
But David's my friend. He writes me.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though it often travels significantly slower than light.
Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Maybe get you a ticket to a speaking gig he's got. That's all I can do.
And who are
A
you?
cog in the machine. If you mean literally, Nadia Mufaz, head researcher of the office. So if we got any facts wrong, I'm the one who files your complaint into the shredder.
Nice to meet you too.
Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you really work for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things.
I'm always eager to help
You'd
the
be
press.
the first. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me?
The Crimson Fleet attacked an Argos mining
Looks like
facility.
some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Oh, yes. I'm not quite sure I have heard this entire story.
Constellation commissioned a dig. Crimson Fleet wanted the
Bad
proceeds.
blood between the fabled Constellation and the Crimson Fleet? Has all the markings of what we in the SSNN call a story. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
I worked for Argos. Now I'm with Constellation.
Oh, an actual member of Constellation graces my office. Do we bow? Maybe smoke a pipe? So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
We'll go with the mining crew banded together and fought them off with mining lasers.
Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
Okay.
You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win.
I was at the Terrormorph attack on New Atlantis.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
UC Vanguard, we're investigating recent Terrormorph
The
activity.
Vanguard was involved. That's good to know. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
Terrifying. Takes a lot of firepower to take out a Terrormorph.
That makes what you did even more, well, amazing. It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
The Terrormorph Management Division has been created to make sure it never happens again.
That's a mouthful. A thankful you guys are around mouthful. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Okay.
My source is back. Here to report anything else?
What
I'm
stories you
working
working
on
on?
an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
I'd be willing to do the interviews for you.
Would you really? I'd owe you big time if you did. You've been a huge help on my other stories. I'm sure you'd do great.
Consider it done.
Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
Hey.
Please tell me you're not here.
If I'm here,
Administrations come and go in the big city, but SSNN is here to stay. It's important that the people of the United Colonies can trust their primary news source.
Okay. Too bad they don't have a door. Wonder if a modder will add that in. Be kind of nice. Where's this go? Commercial district, lower level. It's got a nice view. Is this just an area built with nothing in it? Okay. Well, let's get on the train, head to the residential district, and see my penthouse. Maybe I can offload some stuff. Oops. Actually, nope. I'm going to drop off my cappuccino first to Donna, the hardworking caretaker, who is Donna. Donna? No. Okay. Freestar Infinity Medbay, UC Surplus, Gal Bank, SSN, Trade Authority, Corporate. Oh, I should try and get to a Chunks. So they have their special sauce. I don't see Donna anywhere. Alright. Maybe next time, Donna.
Need the joke. Say some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Hell if I know. They think it is, and that makes them dangerous.
So after an hour away.
Okay. So here we are at Chunks. This isn't a great Chunks. I like the one, the other place more.
Welcome to... Thanks for choosing Chunks. Which chunks would you like today?
What exactly are Chunks made of?
Chunks are the highest quality ingredients sourced from all over the settled systems, and I forget the rest.
I'd like to buy
I'm
some
happy
Chunks.
to serve you.
He is definitely not happy to serve me. I'm betting there's something like a soy, which is the flavoring.
But why did they replace the handler? I thought the actress was amazing.
Let's go see the Penthouse. Here we are. Oh, yes. Having had this decorated for me, perfect. Okay, and you got some storage for weapons. Nice outside. Nice wall speaker system. Data slate display, okay. You know, I'm actually really impressed with this mod that decorated it for me. Be more impressed if the coffee maker worked. Pharmaceutical lab, okay. What else we got here? What can go in a display case? Let's see.
Not everything in the galaxy.
In case she wants to talk to me.
Chance to talk to you, if you are able.
Decorating. Nice bathroom. Laundry. Workshop. What did I hit? What'd she kick? Alright, is there anything in here researchable? Oh. The adhesive was. And the diodes. Okay. Alright. And oh, the master bedroom suite. Nicely done. This is nice. Storage. Dresser for clothes. Beautiful views. Big lake. I was wondering if I should build like a cabin / outpost out there. Master bathroom. Okay. Display shelf. What's this switch do? Oh. Yep. Keep those open. Couch, food. Now, was there a bookshelves? weapons display case. Bookshelf. Let's see what happens if I transfer one thing to it. Or the worlds. Does it get displayed? No. Okay, so I need to find a place where I can put a bookshelf that's already not beautifully done. Can I delete anything? No. Maybe... the door interacts with it. Oh. Alright. This will work. You. Okay, not the Dragon Star stuff. Twist. Nicholas Nickleby. Our lost heritage. Get that in there before I get into trouble. Ship repairs. Story of the Heavens. The Prince. I need a poster thing set up. Or the worlds. Let's see what it looks like now. Oh, okay, I do like that. Okay, that's good. Alright, so I need a... bookshelf lodge version. That's the small version I have in my ship, which I don't really need too much anymore of. Magazines. Perfect. And I can make this nice too. I don't want to use the magazines that look like. That's nice. See, the defense manuals, they all look the same, right? The new Atlantean, on the other hand, looks nice. Survey data or plan, lost bet. That looks all the same. The mining issue, I like. Gunslinger's Guide, I kind of like. Alright, let's see what this looks like. It's not bad, actually. So let's just UC manual number 1. If I ever find the Nova Galactic manual number 1.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you. Yes, you need me? It is a relief to know that the Terrormorphs are being dealt with. But are you sure this Asilis creature is the right way to do it?
We're just helping nature take its course.
This would be the same nature that gave us Terrormorphs in the first place.
Yeah?
I do not think this is the path I would have chosen. One could easily argue that humans are the superior hunter and therefore are right to exterminate these creatures. The microbes would have put fewer people at risk in the long run.
True. I still think I made the right call.
I appreciate your conviction. I suppose time will tell. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. It seems an additional, unnecessary risk.
It might be useful someday in the future. Best to leave all options on the table.
I do not think some potential future use outweighs the risk it poses now. At least the Freestar Collective will also know of its existence. Otherwise, I worry it would be too tempting for the UC to use as a weapon. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us, and you have done a service to all who live in the settled systems.
Okay. Thank you for your conviction. Now, what would I want to put in the display case? Oh. Do I have shelves? Yeah, I would like that. This doesn't interfere, does it? Well, that one plant unfortunately clips through, which is a shame. Alright, so display shelves, display shelves. Suppose, no, paintings in my way. Display shelves. It'd be nice if I could put the shelves or in there. Weapons. I don't understand the point of all the weapon display stuff. So how does the slate supply work?
Now would be a...
Welcome back. We just had a crash. So, from the point that I went into the condo, or penthouse, we had a crash, and it was from using this. I'm going to guess that this data slate display has a conflict with the decorations mod that lets me put bookshelves in, because it also has its own displays. So let's see if we can put our books away again. Decorations, displays. Because there's this data slate display. I don't know, using it crashed, so I'm confused. Because they uses the same assets. I wish I could just replace one with these. I did this... One. Out of my way and... Oh, we're gonna have to do our talk again, aren't we? Okay, so we got that. We got that. Magazine pedestal. So we got the magazine pedestal. Yeah, see, this isn't playing nice. A magazine display up there. Weapon rack, weapon cases, backpacks, mannequins. I can't really think of a place I could store this. So we'll skip. Can now do the mission board. Constellation, that's good. Posters. Oh, that's nice and artistic, that one. The Silence of Sand. Where's the caffeine one? Terror Brew. Can't really put it anywhere. Art doesn't make sense there. Alright. Let's put stuff in. Actually, wait. In case we have a crash, let's have a sleep.
Good. You're awake. He's running out of knives to sharpen while I wait.
Aren't you just special? Double double. Some instant oatmeal.
Not
nice
everything
breakfast.
In the galaxy needs to come with us.
Not everything in the galaxy will now, because I can store let's see the prints, cabins, ship repair. Clark Lewis. Yeah, get rid of that. Oliver Twist. Moby Dick. Great Expectations. I have a feeling that's going to be important, so I'll carry that with me. Not their Dragon Star Force stuff. Two Cities, Christmas Carol, Charity in a Godless Universe. Okay.
I would like a chance to...
We will. We will. We've already done it once. We'll do it again. Gunslinger. Mining. One Nova Galactic. New Atlantean. Defense Manual. Scriptures. Space Tactics.
Talk to you, if you are able.
Yeah, we will. Again, another sleep, which will do a save.
And so our adventure continues.
Actually, what is... A highball. And a ram and mini bite. Okay. Let's have our talk.
It is a relief to know that the Terrormorphs are being dealt with. But are you sure this Aseles creature is the right way to do it? This would be the same nature that gave us Terrormorphs. I do not think the microbes
Just skipping
would have put fewer
through
people. I appreciate your conviction.
Give the same answers I gave last time.
I do not think at least the free... Well, it is good to...
Okay, so that's been taken care of. Wish I could have put my own mannequins or whatever inside these things. I think that would look nicer. Oh yeah, I forgot. I could do research. Happened before the crash. Okay. Done. So, let's see. What should be our next thing? Interviews, A Light in the Darkness. Go to Tolman 1. Paradiso. Yes, traveling out to Lovell in my ship. What are we? We've already met.
This'll only take a minute.
Okay. Let's get kitted out again.
Do you copy, unknown ship?
I do. I'm ignoring you.
Hello? Do you read me?
Just ignoring you still.
Do you copy, unknown ship?
Supply shelf. Galley.
Hello? Do you read me?
Shadows and...
What is it?
Hello? Do you read me? This'll only take a minute.
Nothing in storage. Nothing in my lockers. Oh, it's not done. Forgot that I put that there. Okay. Reason I'm doing this is
my personal savior. Thanks again
I
for
might
this.
now that I have
This'll only
the
take a minute.
Penthouse, I might fancy up the ship a bit, which means new modules. Though I do
Do
like
you copy, unknown ship? Hello? Do you read me?
I read you, but
This'll only take a minute.
fine.
Hello there. Thank you for responding to my hail. It's been a long time since I had company.
We've already
I'm
met.
Dr. Sola Banglawala from MAST in New Atlantis. I'm performing a geological survey of the settled systems as part of a field research initiative. I flagged you down to see if you might have any rare geological samples to contribute.
Sorry, I can't help you right now.
Well, it was worth a shot. Maybe I'll have better luck in a more populated system. I'll leave you to it. I'm going to try my luck in another system. You might want to back up a bit. This old junker's grav drive is a little on the fritz. Fly safe! Sorry this is taking longer than usual.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any hobbies? Does your list include towing research vessels to Jemison through deep space? If my grav drive doesn't start up soon, it might have to. Personally, I have quite a rock collection. I used to spend my weekends gathering samples on Jemison. Maybe I shouldn't have let that slip at the office, huh? That's probably why they sent me on this job instead of some poor grad student. You ever hear the one about the geologist in the music shop? It's a good one. A geologist walks into a music store and asks the cashier, "Got any rock?" The guy looks him up and down and says,
Okay. Can I get straight back to my penthouse? Well, the residential district. Will get me there, and I can offload all the books from the ship.
Will we be stopping for food? I would not mind trying something, and there are plenty of options.
What's the point?
Of what?
This. Is it some sort of
It's the kids' playground. I don't have any security in my building. Notes. Okay. Constellation Guide. Okay. Well, that's good, because then I can... sell off... Yeah, I got that. I get the last days. Rhapsody Night. Pickwick. And note. There we go. Okay. I can now sell any of the other books I'm carrying. Chunks didn't give me stuff. How bad is all these books I'm carrying? Quite bad, actually. Oh yeah, it also picked up weapons that I don't... from my, armory on the ship.
I have mixed feelings about it. I'm sure you already know there's no one-size-fits-all solution for personal firearms.
You take all this pretty
Is that
serious.
a surprise? These are potentially matters of life and death we're talking about here.
Let's see what you
I'm
have for
sure
sale.
we can find something that suits you.
Okay, so she won't buy books. $1,200. Okay. Well, I think that's... all I need to do here. Let's get on the transport. Sell a bit more. Oh yeah, see if Donna's there. Oh, guess she's at work. Up to the spaceport then. I don't think I can sell anything more to... Jemison Mercantile. Might
Hope
work.
you're fine. If it belongs on your ship, then I'm sure we have it for sale.
Actually, nice place you got here.
It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now. Oh, please, take a look.
Okay, so let's just sell from my notes. I don't think I should sell the data to her. I didn't put that in my bookshelf, but I should. Anything else? Comet, Pickwick. Okay. Any diodes? Nope. Anything else I can sell? No, for me. Ammo, apparel, throwables, aid, notes, resources. Alright, some weapons from the Canonascus.
Appreciate the business.
Still a bit heavy. So we're going to travel to Red Mile and find the missing, or get the delivery for this wonderful gentleman in the well done.
Understood.
Yes, okay. Hello.
Y'all just hanging out there? Okay. So let's head off to the Red Mile.
Struts retracting. Let's get out of here.
Which was kind of a piratey gambling base when
We're locking into orbit now.
last played. But you can buy ship parts there, which is always good. Oh, it's a bit of a trip. Well, let's make our way there. Slowly but surely. If I see any pirates on the way, deal with them.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
Okay. Oh. For you. Free star. Okay. Next ship, or next jump. Oh, I have a bounty still. I forgot about that. I should probably go about taking care of that.
Jump complete.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. Be advised. You have been identified as a known criminal. Respond immediately, or we will be forced to open fire. You're on the wanted list. Halt and prepare to be boarded, or we will be forced to open fire.
Uh-huh. I'm not carrying any stolen items on me currently, so I'll pay the fine.
Copy that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
Well, I guess we're landing on this planet, which I think is Neon. Yep, I'm in jail.
So you're telling me I have to...
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before the place shuts down.
Financial institution. Have you tried one of our advanced teller machines?
You see any heat leeches?
Here in Neon, you live in the rarefied air above the sun and water. Stroud Equid.
I don't know. See what Stroud Eklund ships look like.
Yes, how can I help you today?
Ship services. Whoa. Oh, they got a side one. That could be interesting. Let's do a little modification then here, shall we? Actually, no, I like that because it lines you up with where you're going. I want... I don't know what a Stroud armory looks like. We'll toss one on there. And toss on a captain's quarters. That's for me just to see what the interiors look like and see if I like the armory and the captain's quarters. I can start flipping things over after. Grav drives. Okay, what's our current grav drive? Helios 300. Well, Helios 400. So Class A, max power, grav jump thrust. Let's just stick with the gear we have currently. Alright, and our jump fuel is 210, huh? Oh. Okay. I like those because my ship is kind of big and unwieldy, so having something a bit more substantial, I think, goes a long way. Fuel tanks. Oh, I forgot what I can carry. Hold on. 210. I wanted to add on another little fuel tank. More fuel, better. 130. So 134. Okay, so 20. Oh. That is handy. More power. Okay, so engines now is what I'm wondering about. White Dwarf 2000. Also, it just goes on the side. That's handy. White Dwarf 2000. Which carries thrust. That connects like that. Let's take you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Flip. It's my error. Oh, so these engines exceed my reactor class. Okay. Well. Do they exceed this? Because, like, the White Dwarf, 12,024. It looks nicer, but... Okay. Really upped my ship. Let's see how the
Not interested.
let's see how the interior of a Stroud Eklund looks.
Don't move, Nesha!
What the hell's this about? Not the act. Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you stepped through.
All right, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire.
Okay.
So, what was the plan, Nesha? Smuggle the Aurora into Aquila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, is all. Honest mistake, right?
Uh-huh.
Can't we just settle this right here? I can pay the usual.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayer's job.
Pay the
Now,
usual.
Shut up and start walking.
Move it. Let's go.
Pay the usual. And that's going to get you in trouble. It's a nice looking ship. now that I've got some more heftiness, alright, so let's go check out what Strad Eklund looks like. Make sure we have all our comparisons. So this should be the Demios Command Center. So white walls, black. Pretty decent. Alright, can't get there from this one. And can't get there from this one. Is this just a storage back here? Yeah, I really need to get rid of this too. So I think the Demios and the Nova Galactic lineup kind of nice. Oh. Kind of dark. There's a book there that I didn't grab. That I can't grab. Okay, so this is the Demios one. Kind of liking the Demios. And the Nova Galactic. Armory looks nice, it just doesn't have any mannequins. Like, I know I can add my own in. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Strand Eklund pieces.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Do you have a shop here?
Need some work? Anything I can help you with?
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
It's enhanced my mobility. Yeah, this companionway does nothing. Alright, then I have this. Comes out the side, comes out the front. Tail. Oh. Oh, I just want gears right now. And delete. And add. So tail, huh? So we have Nova Galactic, Stroud, Tail. unfortunately. Yeah, I can only fit one on each side. Okay. Because the halls are all the same. An armory mid. Yeah, let's just see what it looks like on the inside. Captain's quarters. I have an unattached module. Where? Oh, is this not attached? Nope. Attached module. Where's unattached? No, that's attached. That's attached. Is it this? Nope, he's attached. He's attached. Those are all attached. The heck is unattached? Okay, so it wasn't those. Oh, it's this that's unattached. No, because that connects into the above it. Cancel. So everything's attached right now. Tabs. All right, let's just see. No. Top, bottom, mid. Captain's quarters. Workshop, armory, okay. Living, science, workshop, armory. Nope, don't want the empty one. Don't want a bottom. Mid. Armory, okay. 2 warnings. Yep, I'm sure. Now, does this have its own structural? Connectors, I mean. Strout cowlings, engine bracers. Oh wait, no, it came under Habs, didn't it? No, okay. 5 and 2. 5 and 4. No, I'm actually pretty happy with my cockpit now. All right. Yep. That was, where am I going? Orima, okay. Do you guys have mission boards down here anywhere? No? I should, definitely get my own mission boards then. Alright, so let's see what a Camo looks like. Very rounded. It's like a little prison thing. Don't think I like that. So far, the Nova Galactic Armory is the best looking one because it lets me put on mannequins. Though actually, I kind of like this Captain's quarters.
Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Taking those steps to eradicate the Terrormorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems.
I agree.
You should be proud.
Something had to be done. Those things are dangerous.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terrormorphs with the experimental microbe instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made.
The Asili solution only presents us with minimal risk.
Minimal risk? Are you sure? The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for humankind. That sounds far too risky to me.
How long does it matter? More people die. I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if I'm convinced.
I'm sorry to hear that. But what's done is done. The Asili's method has been deployed, so we'll have to wait and see if it's effective. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of eliminating it adds to the risk. Anything that accelerates the Terrormorph life cycle should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the chance?
So you disagree on my decision to spare the plant?
I'm sorry, but yes. Your decision has denied us any type of safety net. I honestly would have preferred a more scorched earth policy to ensure the end to those horrible creatures.
Even if we don't agree, I appreciate your honesty.
Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to listen to my opinion on the matter. I'm sorry if I've said anything that jeopardizes our working relationship.
Nope. Yeah, I know I'm malnourished.
Captain John, hello.
We're asking everyone to take care of any leeches on their ships. Sure, have at it.
Yep, thanks. I did not like the armory. I did like the... the captain's cabin, though. No, I think that that gets rid of... yeah, let's get rid of those. Okay. And we'll go with... the Camo. Berth bottom. Nope. Control infirmary living quarters. Okay, we'll delete you. Move you there. Actually, move you there. Move you there. So now that's not connected. Good. Good. Get rid of this annoying companionway. And now it says I have unconnected. Oh, because it thinks that the whatchamacallit, isn't connected. So Camo all-in-one. 2 passengers, armory, captains, computer cores, 1 station, control center. That's on the same level as my... you know what I'm going to do? Delete that. Alright, so I want a Camo mid, all-in-one. Put the workshop there. difference? Put a companionway there. And then everything's attached. Okay. So I've got the workshop. Okay. Let's get rid of the Deimos workshop. And add in a does that look? No, I want a mid. Captain's quarters. Computer core. Control station. Now up here, we have a Deimos control station to get rid of. Except in this case, I'll put a on top. So that's passenger slots. Right. The Camo's got like a nice clean look to it. Oh, I can't do the big 2x3 up there. All right. This is as good as gonna get. Excuse me. That's all the modifications I want to do right now. What are you doing outside the ship? Let's take a look-see. Oh, I think I like this.
Yeah?
You beat me in there somehow. Sure. And I'm dehydrated and root beer, tofu. All right.
Been in the Vanguard a long time. The faces change.
It does not come with a research center. Oh, that's a pain. It's a nice layout otherwise. Nothing back here. This is the living quarters? Man, that's bleak looking. think I'd rather the door comes in there. Oh, enough of the fussing around. Let's get to Red Mile.
Time to leave this place behind.
Yeah, don't like the that
Apogee
layout.
kick complete. Orbit steady.
Wasn't quite what I wanted. Got a lot more grav power though.
Well, you didn't put us into a planet, so we must be in the right place.
Keep your distance. Acts of aggression will be met in kind.
Heard anything interesting?
I know it's none of your damn business.
Let's trade.
Not interested. Now clear out.
Alright. Very cold planet. Let's land up there.
Touching down.
Alright. Well, I think I'm going to call this session an end. Sorry for the crash in the middle. Looks like there was some conflicting mods or something going on. My next session should probably be tomorrow. Once I get back home. I'd like to thank anyone and everyone who's watched. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Honestly. Take care of yourselves before you take care of anyone else right now. It's better to look after yourself. Because if you can't look after yourselves, you can't look after anyone else. To that end, I have a meeting at the Royal Canadian Legion to discuss some veterans matters. So I need to head out of town and take care of that. When I get back, like I said, I'm hoping that we'll have my next session. Until then, take care. Leave a like and subscribe if you're so inclined. And I'll see you next time. Bye.